Good morning, class. Today we are going to discuss about your next topic, that is physical change and chemical change. In earlier lectures, we have discussed about what is matter. Matter is basically anything which has mass and occupied space. Matter is made up of molecules and the smallest unit of molecules is atom. Next we had discussed about the arrangement of molecules in the solid, liquid and gases. Also, we have discussed about what are solutions and what are saturated solutions. There are two type of solutions, that are liquid and liquid gases. Next is physical change and chemical change. First one is, what is physical change? For this, let us take an example of this paper. See, this paper have molecules in it, right? It is a matter, it occupies some space and it also has a mass. What if I tear this paper down like this? What has happened with that? The molecules in the paper remain the same, but they have only changed the shape. For example, take the ice and you will see that after some time when you put that into a room temperature, what happens is basically ice will melt. There will be change of state. Ice will convert into liquid, that is into water, when you kept it at room temperature. Now, what happens when you put that melted water into the freezer? You can get the ice again, right? And with this, we can conclude that only the state is changed, the molecules have only changed their shape. No new substance is formed. Basically, we can reverse that also. So, what is a physical change? Physical change is when no new substance is formed and the change is also reversible. You can also reverse it. For example, melting of ice. In this, ice is melted into water. You can change that also. For example, melting of wax. When you heat the wax, it gets melted and afterwards you can also convert the wax into solid. Also, change of liquid into water vapor, right? That is also a physical change. You can also condense those water vapor into liquid by cooling. So all these physical changes, they are reversible and no new substance is formed whenever you do this type of reactions. So these changes are called physical change. Next one is chemical change. Suppose you burn a piece of paper. You will see that it gets burned down to ashes. Can you change those ashes back into the paper? You cannot change those ashes into the paper. That change, burning of paper into ashes, is called a chemical change, where a new substance, that is ash, is formed and you cannot reverse the reaction. You cannot change the ashes into the paper back again. Also, for example, cooking of food. Whenever you cook the food, can you put it back like it was raw? You cannot do that. That is also a chemical change. So, what is a physical change? Physical change is basically a temporary change or a reversible change in which you can change the state of substance back to the original state, and also no new substance formed whenever there is a physical change. For example, melting of ice, changing of water into gases, liquid changes into solid. All these are the examples of physical changes. And what is a chemical change? Chemical change is a permanent change. It is irreversible. A new substance is formed whenever there is chemical change. For example, burning of paper into ashes, cooking of food, or turning of milk into curd. All these are chemical changes. Okay, class, this is the last topic of your chapter. We have covered all the topics in this chapter, in which we have covered matter, molecules, solution, types of solution, and physical and chemical change. This will be all for today. Thank you for listening.